Press the button.
Oh my god. We're painting a Space Marine. That is what we'll be doing today. And I feel like it's been forever since I've painted a Firekeeper.
Yeah, your whole little portrait is.
I know. I put some respect on my name.
Yeah.
What are you guys
Have
working
you,
on?
I got a mismatch. Oh, I should have sent you work in progress. So I'm gonna put the finishing touches on the Gladiator I was converting 2 weeks ago. So been working on that on and off. So it's almost done. I got the clear base, the custom 50 mil one, arrived today. So I'm gonna put that on it, and then I'm gonna finishing touches on a Caluxus assassin I was working on, and then I'm gonna start Exodus from the Alpha Legion is going to be the primary focus
Ooh,
after those
a
two little,
Forge World
like,
model.
yeah.
Wow.
So once I put like the finishing touches on those like kind of two ongoing things, then I'm gonna pivot over to him,
Do you
start him
have
from scratch.
a certificate of authenticity for that Exodus?
I did, but I lost it. I can't find it. I'm just a unorganized person, but
Hmm.
I promise it's real.
Hard
No
to
way.
trust the Alpha Legion.
You can just tell by the quality of it.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. I can't argue with that.
That's fair. I'm still working on Votan Warriors. Um,
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Go ahead.
no, that's it. I'm still working on same Warriors.
All I was gonna say is that in my league game. I'm playing Votan next, and I wouldn't mind telling you the list and grabbing your thoughts on it, or I can send it to you, and we could have a maybe just like pick,
Discussion.
yeah, we'll pick your brain on that.
That's
Now that you
interesting.
have
Yeah,
a super like a ton of reps with them.
yeah, ton. Well, I definitely have ideas going forward.
How'd you feel after your first game with them?
I like them. They're like I said, they're more proactive than what they used to be. Used to be
I
just point, click, delete.
I thought they were more fun than eighth. I like they weren't fun to play against in eighth. Like to be perfectly honest, they
Yeah,
just felt like any little error you made, and it's just like delete, delete, delete.
Actually, Votian came out in ninth edition, not 8th edition.
Oh, sorry,
Actually,
man.
okay.
I just remember moving my unkillable brick of Abaddon and -1 to wound Terminators out into the middle, and the Votan going, "See you never."
mind you, I didn't kill Abaddon.
No, and but he didn't kill anything after that. He just stayed in combat with a land fortress forever.
Yeah,
I think giving vehicles a 2-up, 4-up invuln save is a great idea.
me
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I think every army should have that. It's a good quality of life, you know.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
think so. But yeah,
Um,
no, I think they're more fair. I like that they're like in the middle of the pack, like a 50%.
yeah.
Now, with that said, would you agree that it would be nicer if they were a bit more qualitative, a bit more elite of an army?
No, I'm okay with
No,
how
you're
they
okay
are.
with the. Okay.
They're not that like hoardy.
Okay. It's not like a Gene Stealer cult situation.
No, no. It's I think they're perfectly fine. As long as like they don't like bump up too many points. Like I don't know. I don't think they need any changes right now. All they need is like maybe one or two units like put into their book.
So you ran the Zerkers. I don't know if I've seen them in any like air quote competitive lists, and I thought they were pretty good.
I like them. I like them better than Warriors at the same price.
They just like, they
So
kind
you,
of told me the stats, and then like once they started hitting, I'm like, oh, no, don't do that. I don't like that.
yeah, for 100 points for the Berserkers, you get 5 dudes that are 2 wounds each with a feel no pain, but a 6-up save, so pretty much nothing. And
Mhm.
you always get a mole launcher, which is one of the models gets an additional wound and a gun and an additional attack. So
That was the indirect.
that was the indirect. So like, there's no loss to it because there's no points. So it's like you just get this thing that just adds an extra wound. So it's 11 wounds in the unit. And they're T5, 2 wounds, feel no pain. Versus the Warriors are 10 models, but they're 1 wound each. So like in like, I don't know, the grand scheme of things, you're getting like inconsequential shooting versus like some pretty potent melee.
Whoa, did you say
Yeah.
the Berserkers are 2 wounds each?
Yeah, they're 2 wounds each.
Oh, that's sick.
Because wearing no shirt means you're automatically tougher, right?
Yeah, you're T4, right?
No, T5.
Oh, man. Getting me excited. Starting to
Yeah, so,
sound
like-
like an orc profile that I'd like to see.
They're just, I don't know, they're hard to shift because you got to put in like kind of not your favorite amount of shooting into them, and even then it's like a gamble because of the feel no pain.
Right.
And the hammers, man, the hammers hit real hard and do a lot of damage.
Were they dev wounds? I can't.
No death wounds.
Oh, okay, well that's good for everyone else. Yeah. Oh, all right. Oh, I'll look at his list here in a second. I don't think he had any of those. Let's see here. Discord. So I'll read. I'll send you the list and then read it to you. Let's see here.
Yeah, have a little discussion about this matchup.
All
I'm
right.
intrigued.
So he's got a call with Grim Demeanor. Do you know what that does?
I didn't even remember to use it when we played.
Yeah.
That's the one that ignores all modifiers.
Ooh, that's good against me. Then he's got a call with a long list. Is that the
A
extra
long-
grudge?
That's an extra grudge.
Okay. And then Uthar the Destined.
He's the character that got dropped in points. I don't think he's very good because he has a damage to, I want to say, AP3 sword that he once per round he can change. I think it's a hit, a wound, or a save to a 6.
Oh.
And his sword has dev wounds, so you can change one to do 2 cheeky like dev wounds.
And then a squad of. How much are Hearthkin Warriors? 55 points.
No, they're 100 for 10. You can't take
Okay.
less than 10.
Oh, okay. I'm just confused. It maybe it's just how it entered. It says he's got 21 bolt pistols, so that's probably just an error.
Yeah, Hearthkin Warriors are just the troops. Hearthguard are the Terminators.
Okay, so he's got 1, 2, 3 squads of warriors with
Yeah,
all
see,
the
that's-
upgrades.
That's a ton. I don't like. They don't do anything. But he has so many characters. I guess he wants to put them in the units.
So each of those characters would go with 10 dudes.
Yeah, or because he has the Sagittars, they'll split the combat
Right.
squad, and the characters will go with one of the units. But they
And then
so
okay.
they can fit in the Sagittar with the Hearthkin because the Sagittar holds 6 models.
right?
Typically, people only put 5, but with the character, you can combat squad into it.
Right. Okay, so So basically, it'd probably be, yeah, he'll probably combat squad 3 of those into that. So then you got 3 Thunderkin with grab blast cannons. Are those the anti-vehicle ones?
Yeah, that's the one I
Okay.
used.
So he's only got a squad of 3, and then 10 times Hearthguard
That's the
with
Terminator.
plasma. Is that what you ran them with?
No, I ran the Volkite. So plasma, there's strength 8, AP 2 or 3, and 2 damage, but 1 shot.
Okay, so those will not like Redemptor Dreadnoughts with the -1 damage.
No.
And then he's got a squad of 5 with the Volkite. Those are the anti-tank ones then.
That's that one.
Okay.
Now he can put one of the calls in there, and it will give the unit lethal hits.
Oh, okay.
You might do that with the plasma ones, because I don't know. They're only 1 shot, so I don't really like it that much.
And then he's got the Pioneers of the Bikes. 1, 2, 3 bikes, a Land Fortress, and 3 Sagittars.
That part's
Okay.
just like me.
So I think it's probably less shooty than yours. More like hold objectives. You think?
Probably, because I don't really know what the point is for that many warriors other than to have like the characters go into the unit, but
Yeah.
Maybe just
Whatever.
OC2 trading pieces? Like, what else would they do?
that's a good point, because I found when we were playing, like I just let primary go turn after turn after turn, and like what I'm learning with this army is I need to forward think where I'm gonna go because I'm so slow.
Yeah.
But it's
Slow
hard
on
with
the board, not in the
yeah.
head. Right?
No, yeah, yeah. Fuck. Yeah, with that army, you definitely have to know what you're doing, like by turn 3 or turn 4. Turn 5 you can kind of coast.
Yeah.
Definitely losing the bikes was a terrible idea. I really should have just kept those. Like, took them off right away. Brought them back in later.
Yeah. I don't think my strategy will change too much. I think I'll try to kill the bikes first because they're your best scoring piece, and then they're the only thing that keeps my screening honest. Once the Terminators are down, I'll try to do the same thing and push the Terminators back into an undesirable spot. That worked well.
That did work well. Looking back on it, I should have just rapid ingress them in when we were talking about it. But
So
hindsight.
I played our buddy today, and he's playing New Tau. The which one was it? What are the options? I can't
Is it
remember what.
the Crisis Hero Squad or the Montcalm detachment? It's probably one of those
Montcalm, the turn 1 to 3 one.
two. Turns 1 to 3. Yeah, Montcalm.
It's fine.
Yeah. So he played that one, and then he didn't deploy very well. I took Defender to drop first, and I put scouts 9 inches outside of his deployment zone, and then within 6 of a building, like I generally do. And then he had multiple infiltrator units, and he deployed them like an inch outside of his deployment zone.
Yeah.
He did, and we were playing Search and Destroy, the same table quarters. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna block out his, and then he's gonna come and block out my other flank, and he didn't do that. So then I took the other flank, and then he I just had the board, and I was like, okay, thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, just didn't, and to be fair, he's like just starting to play Tau again, so. But then I went first and was already in good position, and then I drew, like, in fairness, I drew like really easy to grab objectives. Like everything I drew, there wasn't one time in the entire game I drew something I couldn't achieve.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and then he was getting, like, behind enemy lines turn 1 kind of thing, and so it definitely went in my favors. And then he wasn't rolling average. He was rolling below average, so just kind of all tumbled my way for a smashing. But because he lost the board presence, I screened out my entire deployment zone and most of the board. So there was a couple pockets his turn too. After I moved, I said, "Do you want a rapid ingress?" And he said no. And then by turn 3, if he hadn't, he had a "you can't come within 12" guy. Is that
That's Tavish.
welcome? If he didn't have, he had a special character that you can't deep strike within 12. If he hadn't have had that guy, he wouldn't have had a single spot on the board where he could have fit his crisis suits.
Ooh.
Well, look who decided to show up.
Welcome.
What's that?
How was your date?
Yeah. It was fun.
You must know.
I assume it was a date.
Yeah, why else would you miss the
Yeah,
ever important
that's the only
Monday
reason.
podcast?
Exactly.
Only reason I can think of to be late.
Yep. You're exactly right on the money.
Excellent. I knew it. I know these things.
What did I miss?
Oh, we're just
A
chilling,
lot.
talking about
A lot.
Matchups.
some matchups. Sean, our army played a game against Tau today.
Is this for your league?
No, it was against Baby Seal.
Yeah, it's against
Oh.
Bundy.
Yeah, Monday.
Baby Seal is what we call our friend. He's like the auto win when you get to play him. Just club.
That's
True.
Club.
babies.
You just
Rude.
club him down.
Definitely rude. Definitely rude. I see Jenka in the chat. What's up, Jenka? Jenka's a good guy. Good guy, Jenka.
What's up?
Hail to the chat. What are you working on, Tavish?
Got some orcs, some beast nagas.
Oh, meta horror.
Snags.
Yeah, is that right?
What's up, my
I've only had
snagger?
these models for years, unpainted. I guess,
What?
yeah.
Unpainted models for years. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I
Who
am.
does that? Who lets that happen?
I feel personally attacked.
Dude, I've been sitting on this chapter ancient for a while.
Listen, sitting on a fucking chapter ancient is one thing. Sitting on like 3 Haraspexes, 3 Exocrines, 3 like all these like models and just never building them, putting them together.
3.
is lazy.
You've been sitting on like 30,000 points of unpainted Tyranids.
I know.
Jeez.
Look, I buy them because I think of the savings. Okay, like what if they go away?
What if they become unavailable to buy?
Yeah, what if they become legends?
Oh my god.
If you hold on to them, they will be, right?
If I do hold on to them, they will be legends.
Well,
I heard
inevitably, yes.
If they go to Legends, they increase in value.
I don't. I
In
don't.
our hearts only, okay?
Monetarily. Speaking of Legends, when I was perusing the old Kijiji or Marketplace or one of the two today, they had a Enemies of the Imperium box set. Do you remember that one?
Which one?
Enemies
Looking
of-
at?
It came with Abaddon, Karn, Drazar, an orc guy, a few other ones. But like,
They're the old ones though, aren't they?
oh yeah, Pewter, buddy.
Oh,
Cute.
awful.
This is like, I'm talking way back when. This is a 90s box set. But I saw it and I was like, he wanted $310 for it.
Fuck.
I was like,
Good
wow,
luck, brother.
that's not tempting, but
Those are out of production models. I don't know what you're talking about. That's amazing. Where else could you find that? It's obviously rare.
yeah.
You know what's funny?
Actually,
It's the polar opposite for things like Old World right now, because Old World, everybody's like scrounging for whatever they can get, because like, GW
Really?
doesn't put it out quickly.
huh?
Yeah, well, like
I should sell some of my dwarves.
if you have them, I would
do.
recommend it, because you probably make a quick buck off of them.
Okay, I'm gonna have to I won't do it on the call because the sprues will be noisy as I go through them. But I have a bunch of dwarves that I'm not actually. I'm gonna keep all my like retro pewter ones because I'll use them for Mordheim. But I have a like a thick stack of sprues of plastic dwarves
Yeah,
that I don't. I had bought for Mordheim, but I don't actually know what they are or like what era they are or if they're current or old or
for sure.
I'll have to get you to help me out with that.
Yep.
I'm easy to sell those.
Oh yeah, you just put them up, old world. I'll probably be able to tell what they are.
Well, so I bought them because they had like all kinds of different guns and stuff. So I wanted them for Mordheim to have variety.
Yeah, for sure. Totally, I get it. Yeah, no, the old world scene is crazy because it's like they put out. Well, I mean, they put out the orc stuff, then they're all gone. Bretonian stuff, all out of stock. Tomb King stuff, like literally instantaneous. The moment it came out, all gone.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they only do such a small run of it, is what I assume. So, and that Tomb King stuff is mental because like people were sitting on that for years and years, like back in 2014, 2015, 2016, and when it, went up in smoke, you would see things like Tomb King chariots or Necrosphinx or the Ushapti up for like 5, 6, 7 times the price. And now they come back and everybody's just jumping on that like stuff again, right?
You think they're gonna make an old Warhammer, and then you can play with your tactical marines again?
That's called 30K.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
She.
There are
Also known
people.
as
There
the
are
best
people
guy.
that play 30K that are very, very meticulous about armor types and the authenticity of the game and its historic accuracies.
Dude, I appreciate that energy. I don't know if you're
Yeah.
being silly, but that's cool. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you think so? Or no? I like it.
It depends. So I'm for it if everybody's for it, but I also am in the mindset that you have to get people to play your fucking game in order to play it.
Yeah. Yeah, that comes first for sure.
So yeah, no, I appreciate it. I like the idea of it. Like if I were to play like 30K Iron Warriors, like I would strictly use like Mark III armor just because it's the iron armor. It's what visually they are like depicted as all the time.
Oh, it definitely fits their vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, for you would love 30K. They're so snobby. It's like highest
so
quality of paint. Is the armor right? Oh, your terrain needs to be, thematic and blah blah blah. Like that statue would not be in the Emperor's palace. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You
would
just
be in
don't
Biggie's-
get it, all right?
It would be in Biggie Small's favor too because no special characters are like big events for 30K. It's all about like the infantry and like the armor. Like
Mhm.
you're not bringing the Primarch because it's actually a liability.
We're playing the
Yeah.
Battle of Calth. Lorgar is not supposed to be here until round 5. What are you doing? Like that kind of talk?
Exactly that kind of talk.
Okay.
There's a huge, like, no joke. There's a huge, like, if you go to a 30K tournament, they'll be the best painted armies you see.
Yeah.
It's almost like historical, like reenactment type level,
That kind of passion.
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't win best painted this time around, you piece of
Oh
shit.
no, definitely not. That's why I play 40K. You know?
Just to win the best painted.
That's so funny.
It's so fucking rude.
I kid. Jeez.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah, let somebody else have some fun.
Yeah, let somebody else get first place in best painted and like get
Dude,
some prizes.
It
and
only
stuff.
happens.
It's
like,
hard.
4
Listen,
times,
it's
okay?
hard to win prizes via winning the game. Okay, that's chance. That's complete luck. But skill's in the paint.
You have a compelling argument, and I will use it in the future.
Some people, actually, we've known are only interested in going to tournaments if there's a best painted.
I mean, it's fair. It's totally fair.
Well, at least you know the paint standard will be on average higher if that's the case, right? You're not going to get a gray plastic experience, you know, if you're.
Yeah.
Well,
Which I
that's
can
one of the
appreciate,
things. I went to the Barry Bash this year, which is run by Scary, and one of the things that so I looked at the player pack and I knew there was a to win best general or best overall, there's a high paint component, and I really liked that. But once I got there and I saw how it was, it's even more predominant. They do like a pageantry, so you get points for a board, points for painted. And what I really liked is your paint score is not subjective. He sends you a list with like 70 ticks on it, and they just go through it. And it's like conversion on 50% of models, yes. Mold lines removed, yes. More than 3 colors, yes. More than 5 colors, yes. More, like everything's edge highlighted, yes. And they just go through and it's just yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and then they tabulate your paint score. Was there any, freehand? Yes. Bonus. Like, really cool, because art can be subjective, right?
Oh,
and
certainly.
then there was a vote, which is subjective. Like people went, you got your name and you could vote for one, so then that scored part of it but not the whole thing.
That's
So you
awesome.
got, if there's 100 points, 10 of them were subjective, 90 were to a criterion, which I loved.
Yeah,
And I
that's
love
the
that
way
he
to do
did it. It's so old school. Like, you cannot win best overall, which gave the best prize and a ticket, a golden ticket, if you had a shitty painted army.
Good.
That is the way it should be. You want the hobby to look good, especially at an event, if you can help it.
Well,
For those stores that
yeah.
have, like, they're trying to build their communities, I understand it is a barrier. But if that's not the case, right, then why not?
I thought it was really cool. So I'll be honest with you, I never thought in my life I would build a display board, but I intend to go next year, and I intend to build a display board.
Is it going to be
Wow.
clear? Is it going to be a transparent display board for your transparent bases?
Such a hater.
I am
That's so
such a
rude.
hater. I have more fun hating it than I actually hate it. I'll have you know.
You've always been in the I don't like it camp. I know you. Don't try to play nice for the masses now.
Yeah, this just in what the 40K is. It's just nothing but a hater.
He's mean to his friends.
He's also mean to GW. You're not gonna get like free stuff if you keep acting that way,
Oh, those days are fucking gone, buddy. Those days are over. That was off the table a while ago. I'm pretty positive.
You're in like Spiky Bits territory.
Oh, that's so rude.
I get free stuff for Artel, which is cool. I appreciate that.
Honestly, that's better.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a company that gives a shit about their model designs and how they present them and sell them.
So I think I'm gonna put that there. So I think the finishing touches. I just changed the cables a little bit. I will just emphasize the color transition on the Lancer's custom cables. And then I don't own any. I need to get some Necron decals. But other than that, this guy is almost done. Yeah, I'm just painting a little bit of gold I missed here. And I've got him on his new clear base. I think he's
Nice.
done Dunyan rings.
Excellent.
So 2 Lancers down. Eldar one, and now this new Necron one. I also, you guys already know this, but I'll just say it for the chat, I magnetized the cannon, and I did the Reaper Gatling cannon option too.
Oh, nice.
That's hella cool.
Gotta magnetize. Is it worth magnetizing for the Valiant? I feel like it's not.
You're gonna love this. Only if you're taking Ironstorm.
Hey.
Okay, fair enough.
It's not bad. But it's actually like air quote good in Ironstorm. And better, of course, Black Templar because you get the multi-melta.
Oh yeah. That long lost technology that only the Black Templars possessed. Multi-meltas.
Yeah.
It drives me off the wall. Fucking crazy. It's just so crazy. Like because your army gets an upgrade sprue with one multi-melta on a spawn on a
Here he
hatch.
goes.
It's on a hatch. No one else gets to have multi-meltas on their vehicle. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Thanks.
Look what you've done.
Why shouldn't they keep it?
Yeah. Why shouldn't they? They earned it, okay? They were poopy dog shit many years ago. So this is their chance, okay?
Look, all I'm saying is a rising tide floats all boats. All right, you ever heard that before? I know I'm close to the phrase.
I've heard never eat cheese before noon.
Oh, is that for
What?
real?
What? Wait. Yeah, I need some
What is the origin of
context
this?
for that.
Never you mind.
I feel like it's about like vampires or something. some old folklore or something, you know?
Yeah.
I thought this was one of Melon's Newfie sayings or something.
Yeah. I grew up on an island. Some weird shit happens, okay?
With
I'm an
cheese.
islander, born and raised. Be one till I die.
No, I agree that it's stupid that for one, Black Templar are the only ones to get this very specific piece of upgrade onto their vehicles. I also find it incredibly stupid that like they only because they're like known as like I don't know, like the fire like they use a lot of fire.
Yeah, that
To,
witch
like,
hunter
burn-
aesthetic, yeah.
Yeah, to burn heretics and stuff, but then I'm like, what the fuck are salamanders?
Yeah. There was a point in time where, like, in earlier editions, where I was, like, more personally scorned. Now I just find it to be stupid.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And look what
Wait,
happens.
is that those multi-melt options just on impulsors, or are they on
Everything.
gladiators? Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's what happens when an weapon's on an upgrade sprue for any unit. Or any vehicle,
Yeah.
rather.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
literally
jeez.
everything. Now, in the most recent points adjustment, some of those vehicles did go up 5 points
5,
to,
Good for them.
Yeah.
That's what
to
they get.
which makes them a whopping 10 points more for their counterpart.
yeah.
It was also stupid because I'm not 100% confident I'm correct on this, but it made them Black Templars Lancers. So theoretically, you could bring 3 Black Templar Lancers and 3 regular Lancers.
No way.
Wow.
I'm not.
I don't know if you'd want to.
100%
Would you
confident.
want to?
I don't know.
But regardless,
Would you want to? Maybe, because Lancers are pretty fucking good.
they are pretty good.
Now, I might be wrong on that one, but it is. I want
You know what? Let's believe it so I can hate harder. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. It's fact.
It's fact.
Wait, but is it the case you can only take those Black Templar Lancers if you're using the Black Templar detachment?
No. It's like anything else. You can be Black Templar and run it in Ironstorm, which is what people are doing.
Hmm.
Same with like Dark Angels are running Ironstorm
You're right.
with Azrael and Thingy.
Yeah, it makes
the,
sense.
The birds and yeah.
I think Azra always said that Varus was the best Primarch. So,
They were
Yeah.
buds.
They were buds, I think.
I could see it.
Yeah, this game gets wacky with how things are laid out. But I like it. I still like it. I still think it's neat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As we all, it's a sickness. You know, it's a sickness we all share.
It truly is.
Alright, calling this done. Okay, so I'm gonna move on. Just gonna finish up. I'm like clearing the hobby desk, you know? So Lancer
Must
done.
feel good.
Lancer done. I'll send pictures after and I'll post to Instagram and stuff. I have some whips
Some nice whips.
along the way of that one. Yeah. And now I just want to finish up. The Cluxus is all done. I just wanted to do a little bit of work with his base.
Oh, your anti-psyker one. You didn't get to bully your 1,000 Suns friend with them, did you?
No, I should arrange a completely random all-comers list that magically has it.
Remember what a hard counter he was in like 8th or 9th? I think it was 8th, where it's like you can't do anything if this guy.
You could only hit him on sixes.
Yeah, it was pretty freaking crazy.
Only hit him on sixes.
Yeah, he's potent even outside of just against
Oh yeah.
what he was designed to. Because I remember bringing him against Mr. Doctor, and I stuck it literally in the middle of the battlefield, and he prevented his entire army from doing any spells, because back then, remember, it used to be you cast at the nearest enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the nearest enemy in the middle of the board happens to be the Calexis Assassin.
Oh, for Smite, yeah.
For Smite, because he was playing Thousand Suns, and that's
Yeah.
all they want to do, right? And he's like, well, I can't do anything. I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking point.
Yeah.
He's paying for his sins now.
Oh yeah. Most certainly.
Real talk, I'm a big fan going into the painting conversations. I'm a big fan of this Vallejo contrast paint.
Right?
The
Good.
speed paint? No, it's called something else, right?
Express colors, right?
Express color,
Express.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's only $5 hairs.
Yeah, I would recommend
Yeah.
it.
Whoa.
I just grabbed 3 more colors of it. I picked up a gray and a turquoise.
Nice.
Ooh.
I like that it's matte too. Like like I like contrast, but then I find a lot of them dry gloss.
Especially the first generation ones.
Yes.
I haven't bought too many of the newer ones, but oh man, you're not wrong.
And so they're fine, but you got to do a little something after, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they look wet.
Fucking wet.
What are you putting on the? Sorry, what are you painting with the speed paint? Or sorry, the express color.
I had some Express Color Templar White, which is just white contrast, which is just gray contrast. Because I make my medics white in the Hearthkin Warrior unit. So this is kind of giving some definition to their armor.
I think that's the same one I used from the Bealtan. I like that color
Yeah.
too.
I'm a big fan. I bought it because I'm still super finicky about my whole Tyranid scheme. Because I bought it because I was like, maybe I'll do that white one. Remember I showed you guys that
Mm-hmm.
test Tormagant that had a white shell, and I used it for that. But at least it's getting some use for this.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable to use the same paint on different armies. I don't know if you guys knew that. But it is
Yes.
A-okay.
Oh man, yeah. I use a apothecary white every time for my whites, and then I bring it up a little bit here and there. But yeah.
Like everyone's got their favorite paints that make their way into every project.
Fuck, mine is foul green from Vallejo. It's just seafoam green.
Nice. I'm a big fan of the
Yeah.
Snegadon scale. Big fan of Stegadon.
I also love Stegadon on scale.
Yeah, dark, rich blue, got a little bit of green.
Yep.
It's more blue than green.
Evening. It is more blue than green. Which is it called
Odd naming choice.
Stegadon?
Yeah, it is called Stegadon green. Right? I have it here. Do I? Oh, if not, I have to retrieve it. Oh, it is Stegadon's green. Yeah, look at this. This isn't green. Look at this thing. Crazy. It's false marketing, false advertising.
Somebody over there is colorblind.
Oh yeah. Maybe they had too many blue named paint pots. Like, you know what? It's a bit of a stretch, but we're gonna have to call this Stegadon green.
Maybe they had too many fucking beverages at Bugman's.
A particular kind of beverage, I imagine.
Yeah, the green kind. Absinthe.
Yeah, I am. Speaking of green, I'm laying down some
Laying
green.
the law down.
layers. Yeah, putting a lot of green down. Almost a painstaking amount of green.
So
I don't like batch. I don't know.
Your
No, you guys-
oh,
Sorry,
go ahead,
what was
Tash.
I don't like batch painting at all.
Oh, it sucks.
I'm
That's-
also not a fan of batch painting anymore. What I'm trying to do is just a unit.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, what? Isn't that also batch painting?
That's still batch painting, but like in my head, when you say batch painting, I mean put my entire army up
Oh,
on-
that's psychopathic
on
behavior.
it. Well, you don't have as many models as I do.
I batch paint all the time, but like there's just no way around it. But that's why it's getting a little burnout. That's why I picked up some individual models to do, just to take a break and have fun and not have to
Yeah.
paint 200 gold trimmed motherfuckers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'd
paint
rather-
those new Night Lord models are probably next up on the docket.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I rather instead of painting 10 orc shorts, I'd rather just spend like 10 hours painting squares on one. You know.
Oh my
That's fair.
goodness. No, so we went to mini wargaming for a hang, and my brother. How many hours do you think we painted there?
Quite a few.
Like
Yeah.
15
Yeah,
hours
possibly.
or more painting.
Oh,
And
yeah.
in 15 plus hours of painting, the only thing he did was paint checkers on like 10 orc boys. That's
Oh
it.
my god.
But
And they looked
those,
really good though.
dude, those orcs have the nicest shorts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Your
the
brother
quality.
picked the wrong army to like put effort into.
Well, he doesn't play. He's just purely a hobbyist, right? So
That's true.
he doesn't care. So he's at a Morkanaut that he's been working on and off for that any one of us would call done. That he keeps revising. He's been working on it for like 5 years.
Wow. Too long. Too long for me.
He spends more details on like one little scrap piece of armor on this damn thing than I do on I don't know, like my
Anything.
highest character. Any character, yeah.
Yeah, I'm yeah. Every time I like
Different strokes, you know?
yeah, I appreciate what your brother does more than anything because it's what of all the years of me playing from when I was 12 all the way up to now being 34, it's the one thing that I want to be better at, and the one thing that I aspire to be like better at is the painting aspect of the hobby. Like the gaming part I did to death years and years ago, and it's still fun for me. I still like the game part, but it's the hobby. Like the hobby part, like it makes me relax. Doing stuff like this is just helpful to like zone out and zen. Chit chatting with chat or you guys is good. It's my favorite part of the hobby now. Is just having fun conversations while doing painting or showing off some like nicely painted stuff, and being fucking jealous of other people who paint better. Fucking asshole. What the 42?
I haven't.
Look, I can't help it. Don't hate me for what I am.
Inspiration.
Don't hate the player.
I don't know. I gotta meet someone who's better at painting so I can be jealous.
Wow.
Kind of a big deal in the painting.
When you're so
community.
oblivious that everything around you doesn't mean anything.
Kind of a big deal in the painting community. I don't know what to tell you. People
I
know
have
me.
many clear bases that people have complimented me on at least 3 times.
You know what? I probably like my Instagram following pretty big. I think I have like 35, 40 followers. Like I'm an influencer.
Whoa.
I'm an influencer.
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
big time.
Yeah.
Influence me right now.
Yeah, you guys reek of jealousy. I get what you're referring to now. Being jealous of other people.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, no, the hobby part's my favorite now. I just like want to paint really nice models.
It's a chill
Have
vibe.
people go wow.
Oh wow.
I'm all about the hobby aspect of it, but I just like I used to get almost like paralysis to start things because like seeing these standards I could never meet. So now I just do it for me, you know?
No, that's the right way to do it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Set your own standards and work to those, and then enjoy the journey. You know.
I'm never happy.
Oh, I think we all feel that every now and again, like just not satisfied with
I get like
what you're aiming for, but
yeah, like I'll get like not upset, but like I chirp you the most because like your stuff is, in my opinion, very good. You, Doc, are like in our group the paint guys. Like you are the like
I appreciate
superstar
that.
painters, and it's like fuck. I want to do something cool or unique like that. It's not even for me anymore. I want to just get like that from other people, which is like a little bit of imposter syndrome, I guess. But
No, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know.
I have a funny story, and it's like it's a memory that's becoming ingrained. We're at like one of the previous mini wargamings. Oh, it's when I went with Ohms and his buddy from work and his brother. And we're playing, and it was during the day, and you know some local riffraff were coming into the gaming area, right? And you know they're just checking out the games, the tables, and like I had my word bearers with me, and like you guys know my armies. Like my word bearers aren't my best painted stuff, and
they were like an on and off hobby.
yeah. So they're not amazing, I would say, but they're painted, right? Like every model was tabletop minimum painted. And I was playing against Buddy's brother, and his stuff was just primed white, just Tyranids primed white.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just, well, I write it off as marine fatigue, but I was so, you know what, I'll just say it. I was quite triggered that Buddy with his primed white Tyranids was just getting all the compliments, and the army that was at least painted, not amazing, but it was painted and based, received no attention. I was like, oh, this is so disheartening. Like, fuck.
This is how you make like a villain. This is how you
Yeah,
make, like, a
100%. It's
Spider-Man
that
villain.
same energy. I was like, why is this happening? I'm gonna
In
start
fact,
Tyranids.
this is exactly how word bearers felt.
Oh.
Or not Nike. Yeah.
Oh, I
whatever
like
that
this.
planet was.
Does it
That's funny.
does it give you any of those? So maybe not to the same extent, but I can think of one, maybe two examples where your beautifully painted army is sitting there, and then people come up and look at my color shift and are like, "Whoa, what is that?" And like are all thrilled about it, and I'm like, it's color shift.
Oh, for a second, at first
Does that give you the same kind of like
to a
what the
degree,
fuck?
but it's like I've kind of like, well, you've seen it. I've caught myself being amazed by the color shift, right?
Right.
I'm
Not in
guilty.
the
I'm
color
guilty, man. Dude, this one time, Army brought out to the garage, like, just this primed, not even primed, it was base coated and just color shifted one layer of Green Stuff World
Yeah,
color
I
shift.
just-
And no
yeah, I
one
just
could stop
laid-
talking about it. This shiny fucking box. It's
Yeah.
not well painted. No fucking ill
It
will
was on the
to you.
Spartan.
But yeah, you just basically put a base color down, and it's just shiny and reflective and metallic, and everyone's ogling it like it's some real monkey shit for sure, man. Missy, shiny is
Yeah,
good,
it's-
right?
Well, yeah, like you start moving it and it's changing, and it's just like it just does so much heavy lifting for you, especially on vehicles.
Oh,
especially
dude.
on vehicles.
I think it was a
Yeah.
Spartan you brought that day, right? So it was a pretty
Yeah, yeah, it was a
big
Spartan.
vehicle with all these facets and edges, and you're like, damn, this color shift looks so valuable, looks so shiny.
Yeah.
Speaking of that actual color shift, let me know if the compressor is noisy, and I'll mute myself while it powers up because I gotta put
Sure.
some of that down.
You airbrush the. I just saw it for vehicles. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like crap if you don't airbrush it onto vehicles because you can see, like on guys when they're rounded surfaces, you can brush it on and it's fine. I still prefer to airbrush it.
Hmm.
But on vehicles, like I could show you next time you're over. One vehicle I brushed and then still tried to fix with the airbrush, and you can tell it just doesn't go on evenly enough. It just, even with the color shift, it looks like crap.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, you gotta.
No, I've experienced the same because I borrowed your color shift, Army, for the Eldar
Yeah.
canopies for the Wave Serpent.
Yeah.
And I tried one brushing it on. I'm like, oh no, we're restarting. This
Yeah,
does
it's just
not look
it
good.
just doesn't it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, I guess it's how like the metal flecks are layered or distributed.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll put on multiple thin coats with it because if you do too much it will pool and then
That fucks
it doesn't it yeah. But yeah, it really just prefers the airbrush, and then on the downside it really gums up airbrushes. The metallic flakes and stuff, it can be a real
That's
nuisance.
what did in your current airbrush, right?
Yeah, it's I think it's been a source of it. I also think maybe the airbrush cleaner I basically somehow had that color shift paint almost turned to glue inside my airbrush,
Ooh.
and I don't know if it was because of the cleaner and the reaction between it. I really don't know, but it was huge cleaning, and then it didn't it hasn't worked 100% right since. So it's actually on the to-do list to take it over to the guys I bought it from and see if they can help get it running tip-top again.
If not, then I definitely recommend maybe getting like a crappy trainer airbrush just for that. So then, like, if it eats
Yeah,
shit, then you can just throw it out.
It's funny you said that. I went to the trouble of getting my my Patriot brush up and running again for that exact reason.
Yeah.
So it's my it's gonna be my base layer brush, and then I'll
Yep.
save the really nice Infinity for those other
Pesky
projects.
ones.
You live and learn,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have
So your
two nice
Your
airbrushes.
Infinity is the one that got all gummed up.
My Evolution, the Infinity is not working 100% right now. But my Evolution is not really working right now, unfortunately.
Oh.
It just back burbles on me, like the nozzle's plugged, and I can't I've cleaned it and stripped it, and I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on with it. My Infinity's fine, but like you said, I really don't want to use my Infinity for that.
Yeah.
And I was, because it was the only brush working.
Yeah.
But I since went back, now that I'm much, like I've had them for years, I've figured out what was wrong with the Badger, and it's up and running, and it'll be used for that stuff in the future.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, this paint has never been opened. It's very old, and it's already garbage.
Oh, that sucks.
Games Workshop.
Sure is.
Yeah.
It's literally why I'm like, after the wave of like Games Workshop like old acrylics that I have, once those are gone, never again.
There's companies color matching them now too. If there's like a specific color you're
Oh yeah,
in love with.
Yeah, but at that point, I'm like, I'm not even that in love with it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just so sick of like purchasing paint that dries out without. I just cracked this. You could feel the perforation or the seam snapping, and
Yeah.
it is all dried out. Garbage.
Yeah, it does suck. Definitely. Sorry, I was dealing with a bit of a crisis. Do you guys, are you familiar with Arrested Development?
Sure, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I just fucking like Tobias fucking blew myself with some silver.
No,
paint.
I was hoping you were gonna go there. God damn.
It's fucking. It's like it was like soda. Like I shook it up too much. It's so annoying.
Bubbled over. Old Kiefer blew himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard it here.
Silvered.
I-
But yes.
Turn on the air compressor. Let me know if it's terrible.
I don't hear nothing.
Oh, it is
Perfect.
I
like
hear a little bit.
quiet. Yeah, you're good.
Nice ambiance.
Mhm.
You're gonna hear tss, tss every once in a while. Here.
Oh yeah, it's like my favorite rap music.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So out of your backlog of Firekeeper stuff, is this, do you have like a lot remaining still, or?
There's a little bit of odds and ends. At one point, I had a very lofty goal where I'm like, oh, I want to have a whole company. And
Yeah.
I have the models, but there's a few remaining outlying pieces that need to get painted, like some half squads of like Hellblasters, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the command squad is of much more importance to me. Because they're the chapter master and his command squad. They're like the most big deals of the chapter. That's important to
Are
have.
you converting any of them or just running it as is?
Oh well, they're all a little bit converted. Like the spanner guy I have here. You know, he's got I can't remember what kit the spanner was from. I think it's from a Forge World kit. But it's
Banner
got
kit you guys have.
a cool.
Hang on.
You gotta have a
Hang
banner.
on.
You gotta have a
Hang on.
banner.
Let me.
He's got a unique sword. A little bit of a unique backpack piece there. So he's pretty unique. The ancient looks pretty dope. We have the two honor guard for the chapter master. They're both fairly converted, or at least kit bashed, you could say. There's a bit of green stuffing on the ropes. These guys looking dope. Try and set
Hell
them
yeah.
for you here now. Right.
Hang on. The stream takes a second.
Oh
to
yeah, for sure. You'll have to
catch up.
look backwards
have
in
to-
time, but.
Yeah. Turn my
The
head.
chapter master is in his state of disrepair, but he will come together with his little bit of repaint with a different weapon, and then the chapter champion. Look at this fucking this bad mofo right here. This guy's sick. He's got like a Monster Hunter greatsword. Look at him.
Oh, sick. My
Yeah.
favorite.
Hell yeah.
What's his name?
Favorite.
Does he have a jump pack?
No, he has
What
his
was his
normal
name?
backpack. He's got a normal backpack. He's got a little scale
Da,
cloak.
da,
though.
da,
There.
da, 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 da.
Hell yeah. You know that's going on the rotation video for that guy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so there would be a cool little command squad, like the days of old.
Man, that's so cool. I used to be a piece of shit.
Dude, it's the reward for building units that are shit in the game. That's what that is. Because I don't think anyone likes with the company heroes. You know, that kit came out. You know, like, why would I ever?
True. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, I don't have any paint down here that is for this. I might have to go upstairs and. I'll do it after. Actually, fuck it. I'll do something else.
Little gathering quest.
Maybe. I don't know if I have it. I have all these like brown leather pouches and stuff that I gotta paint.
Gotcha.
And just trying to utilize some of my old paint to highlight them and all that stuff.
I gotcha. Jeez, Army.
So the paint I had, because I've already painted everything brown. I have an old Tau ochre paint.
That's an old one.
Yeah, it was like the tan Tau scheme paint back in the day. Never been opened. I was like, it's gotta be fine, right? Opened it. It's just one big wad of shit.
It's like a pigment, like a dry pigment now.
It came out like a thumb.
It's kind of gross.
Yeah, like it's a complete like dried to the cylinder of the paint pot. So now I don't have anything to be able to highlight my leather pouches. And I would like to keep it as one paint, only because I have to paint about 1 trillion leather pouches on every single Votan model.
Oh, dude, they all have their
I like
their
the
trinkets, their carabiners.
Yeah.
I like the snakebite leather for pouches.
I just used Cygor Brown, which is the brown for leather. I just need to highlight it, but
No, snakebite leather is the brown for leather. There's a
my
contrast.
God.
Obvious. It's in the name. The logic
It says
is
leather.
foolproof.
Who brought this guy?
I like Cygor Brown.
I also
It's
like
wrong.
it because I couldn't
It's
buy
wrong.
snakebite leathers. Too popular.
Ah,
Too popular.
you just gotta always be counterclockwise.
So I am also a Cygor man, alright?
Yeah.
I stand with Cygor. I like what he's about.
Hell yeah.
Is Cygor a character or a unit?
It's a model for Beastman.
Like a character or like an
It's a
infantry
big
squad?
monster.
Or... Oh, it's a big monster. Nice.
Yeah, with one eye, because it's a Cyclops.
Oh yeah, what are these Space Marine 2 Chaos Marines for multiplayer Legion concept art?
I haven't looked at anything for that video game.
I thought that game was against Tyranids. They have
There's supposed to be some like Thousand Sunny kind of.
Yeah, it's the big lame. The big lame.
why?
I was hoping it'd just be a strictly Xenos affair.
Gath, what?
Well,
Gath,
in
what?
Space Marine 1, it was orcs, and then it switched over to space.
I know,
Gath.
I know. So they have to do the same, right? Jeez.
Yeah.
We want all 3 factions to mean, you know?
I guess so. As long as it doesn't become like, oh, now it's really serious. That feels bad to me. You know what I mean? Oh, never. We thought it was bad when the Tyranids were here, but now, whoa, now there's an escalation in danger because of Thousand Suns.
Now it's on 11th gear, and
Yeah.
Necrons have shown up.
I don't like that
Oh yeah.
framing. If that's the case, right? You could handle it tastefully, of course, but like the Tyranids being in the spotlight, I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Tyranids.
You're a man of culture.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What do you giggle? What are you giggling over there?
I just had weird things to say, that's all.
Say
Hey,
It's a safe space here, okay? You can say whatever you want.
Oh, I was just thinking of the demographic that predominantly plays Tyranids.
Women?
No.
Wait a
Yes,
second.
that I was
No.
gonna,
In my custodies?
I was gonna refer to Mr. Mellon as one.
Oh, okay.
Look, Tyranids are for everybody, alright?
What a fucking schoolyard bully over
Yeah.
there with his little fucking shitty airbrush and his fucking mask on.
Just laughing.
No, I don't wear a mask. I'm tough.
Oh.
Yeah, you just hold your breath.
I'll
just
see
hold your
you in
breath, right?
fucking 20 years when you're on your deathbed.
What? No, there's no fumes that come out of this. The paint's all going forward. I don't like I'll put it up by my nose and pop it in.
Yo, think of the science. Think of the
Yeah,
fucking
fine.
You
science.
see where it's going, right? Of course.
It's
spraying
going
paint
forward. It's just going straight forward.
Yeah, it's not a big cloud. I don't
It's
know what you
like
guys are talking
it's
about.
like when Mr. OMZ got his fucking airbrush and he's like, "Yo, do I need a mask?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, just hold your fucking breath."
It's good shit.
I never wear a mask unless I'm painting up a storm. I don't think you need to. Seriously, there's no fumes. It's not like it's a rattle can.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah.
blow your nose after and tell me what's up.
Yeah.
That's the test. That's the true test. If it
Yeah,
comes
blow
out
my
color
nose.
shift.
I snorted in and swallowed
Oh
out.
God.
I'm just gonna
I
stick
just
with this.
I've worked with a lot of chemicals in my day, and I deal with a lot of particulates at work, and that shit's everywhere, brother. That shit is everywhere.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's
It's
strong.
non-toxic.
You've heard him.
It's not toxic. I
You
like
see
my
it on the
breath all
label?
the time.
I don't smoke. It's all good.
Whatever floats your goat, brother.
I am in the. I do prime in my basement, hold my breath, and run away though. I'm not an idiot. I hold my breath while I rattle can. Okay.
For sure. You don't airbrush primer?
Not usually. I used to, and then a lot of them, like when I have I have the Stynal Res, I'll airbrush that. It's really nice. But a lot of the other, like the Badger airbrush primer, was dog shit.
Really?
Yeah, I hated it.
You'd think
I
bad.
don't
Vallejo
mind,
stuff?
I
The
don't
Vallejo
mind the
stuff.
Vallejo.
No, I didn't love it either. The Badger stuff though, like I let it set for days, and then I could still take my fingernail and just like, or like hard, just like rub paint off.
Yeah, that's how been my experience with airbrushing primer.
Yeah, I haven't loved a lot of it. The Stynal Res stuff, awesome, 10 out of 10, recommend. But it's expensive.
I didn't have that problem with Vallejo primer.
Badger was the worst one that I've used.
Maybe you just had a bad
Yeah, I've never-
batch,
Was
you
it
know?
Badger? Hang on, let me look.
Like a bad skew, a bad run off the line. Maybe you should give him another chance.
Hang on, it might have been Vallejo. Hang on. Normally, I like Vallejo product.
I
I
usually
don't know,
do.
You
think
may
mine's
have
been
just had
Vallejo.
a bad batch.
What are the odds we both got bad batches though?
Yeah, but I have a good batch because that's what I primed my Votan in, and I've had no problem.
Did you have to pay extra for the good batch?
How much you pay? I paid
Oh.
probably like $20.
I don't remember, and we definitely didn't pay a different price. We just
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I have a better formula. Maybe they reformulated it.
Very interdasting. We'll get to the bottom of this. Surely we will.
Yeah, I mean, airbrushing outside, you fine outside. The thing about in terms of the science of it, the thing about your particulates is they will linger in the airspace that they are present in. So, I mean, if you're hanging around in an area that you've freshly airbrushed, there will still be particulates in the air because that's how small particles work. Whereas when you're outside, the wind will carry it away. It will cascade it to the winds, and someone else can deal with it.
What if I have a fan going in my room?
And does it go anywhere outside?
Yeah, but you wouldn't want you wouldn't want a lot of airflow going too, because like,
No, that's just as
doing
worse.
detailed work. If you're priming, like whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not even talking about like your fucking model's getting ruined. It's just you're just moving the air around too much, and then like whatever minuscule minor particles that are coming out, they're just like flowing around in the airspace. That's just the way the science works. But you can do whatever you want because you're a grown-ass man. You can drink your own beer. You can go out and piss on the fucking street if you want to. It's all good. It's your choice.
I don't think you're allowed to do that. I think
Really?
the problem might be this airbrush cleaner, or the way it combines with the color shift paint, because I just
Turns to
sprayed
blue.
it in
Maybe
here
you were
and then
too
it's...
drunk, and then you didn't even put in airbrush cleaner. You put in something else.
No, I'm talking about I just did it right now after using the color shift paint, and it's gone kind of
The
like
question
tacky.
still stands, you know.
Oh, the dog wants out. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Dog's feeling
Oh,
better
she
after eating those rabbits.
Oh, she's spinning around here, so...
A-okay.
Nice. I get it. Sometimes you gotta eat a rabbit.
She's right in
I get it. I would
hunt
too.
mode, though. Yeah, I went out there today to clean up after, and then I was like, oh, yep, there's Fluff, and I don't know, an intestine or something. Like, that was all that was left.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah. She's a killer.
Queen. I had speaking of like an animal being fucking dismembered or whatever, I had a falcon just destroy a fucking like squirrel on the top of my roof, and I was so fucking pissed off because he just started throwing bits of it all on my deck, and I'm like, hey, like, fuck you.
Stop that.
And I'm like trying to like
Stop that.
find something to like throw at him to like get him to fuck off. And he's just pulling bits off. He pulls the head off. He throws it on the fucking ground. And at the end of the day, I had to fucking clean up just bits of fucking squirrel on my back deck. And I was very upset by it. Just talking about your rabbit story.
What an asshole falcon.
Yeah. That's why you boys living in the big city, you don't gotta deal with that.
It's true.
One of the perks.
The only perk.
Yeah.
Anti-city. All right. Okay, so all the color shift is laid down on Exodus. And we're going to move on to some details. Clean up a bit of overspray here. Those loose particulates somebody was talking about.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Listen, I just want you to be around for the future where, like, you know, you're an old man and I can still play.
When the AI
Whatever.
takes over?
No,
You
when your Primarch gets a model, obviously.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. Yeah, because
He already
that's
has
going
a
to
model.
happen. He's got hundreds of models.
Well, that's the time scale. Oh, I see what
We're
you're saying.
all Alfarius.
Oh yeah, that sounds like cope to me. Some big old cope.
In 2032, when Alpha Legion finally gets its own personal codex.
I honestly don't know if Alfarius will ever get,
No,
like,
that's
unless they run out. I don't know. Like, it's like
That's a
I
weird,
love to
desperate
joke and say
model, you know?
I love to joke and say and talk about how Omegon's alive, but he might not be. Like it's not. it's not confirmed, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Could
pretty
be.
vague.
Could be.
Yes, no, it's not. It's not likely. But
As cool as Alpha Legion are, like they are on like the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to like hierarchy of Chaos Legion
And
factions.
probably popularity too. Like I don't know how.
Alpha Legion do seem quite popular. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It seems to
Okay.
be the case.
And well, if anyone would be alive, it's most likely Alfarius. I think the lore goes basically that because like Omegon showed up. Like when you think of Alfarius, that was the armor that Omegon was found with. So it might be Omegon that died, but I don't know.
Wearing Alfarius' armor, kind of thing. They did a little
Yeah.
switch.
No,
switcheroo,
like
or-
wearing his own. Like so, Omegon was found in this like unique serpent scaled. Like when Alfarius went and found Omegon, that's Omegon's armor. The one they always refer to as Alfarius.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I see. It was Omegon all along. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
It's all right. I didn't mind any of the lore updates you told me from that Primarch book of his. It all sounded pretty tasteful, pretty cool.
I was super down with it.
Yep.
Super down with it. That's
It
my
gave
kind of
us-
retcon.
Gave us more, but didn't upset anything. Like it didn't shake things up. I don't
Yeah,
believe so,
they were-
anyways.
They were there all along.
Mhm. That's cool. I mean, it works.
I like it. Makes them more important too, and like takes. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've read that book like 3 or 4 times probably now.
Is that Praetorian?
Alfarius.
Alfarius. Is
Praetorian
Praetorian
of
where
it's
bad things
the-
happen?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Praetorian of Dorn is is not does not have a particularly good ending for the old Alpha Legion,
Legion
but
of Alpha.
yeah, Alfarius is the origin story.
Oh, I see. I haven't gotten a chance to read that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, spoiler. I mean, the book's been out for probably 2 years, but
More than that.
spoiler. Long story short is that Alfarius was in lore. When do you recall Alfarius being found?
At the end.
Right. So this book is about how he was not found at the Fend. He was the only Primarch who didn't get teleported or left or stolen. He was with the Emperor the whole time. They just kept him
Okay.
secret. So they kept him secret, and then they revealed him last.
Like they found him.
Yeah. So they revealed him after he had found his twin brother.
So, really,
So
they
the
found
reveal-
Omegon last.
Yeah. So Omegon was found last, but Alfarius was there, and Alfarius actually invented the blood games with the custodians.
Mm.
So he was always testing them and taking part in the blood games.
Interesting.
Yeah,
And he got
but
his ass beat by a Mary Sue.
but
Or did he?
The classic Alpha Legion.
but the Horus always thumped around, pouting, beating on his chest that he was first, but he wasn't.
Maybe that's why he turned evil. That's the real
Yeah.
secret.
I would turn evil for that. If you fucking hype me up the whole time and then you just like fucking threw a wrench at me later
but
on.
actually,
Yeah. I'd be fucking pissed.
Wow, luckily there's no competition between those brothers, right?
Mhm,
True.
for sure. For sure.
Listen, if you can't be the best, you may as well be the worst, right?
That's quoted by Horace, verbatim.
You're
I'm pretty sure that's in.
not first or last.
So what are the blood games?
The blood games, because the custodian guard get bored on Earth standing around doing nothing. So the
Yeah.
blood games is that they take turns trying
Killing
to
each other?
infiltrate the
It's like the undercroft
Castle.
of the Imperial
Palace?
Palace. Yeah.
yeah,
Think
the
about it
palace.
that way.
Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. So they take turns, like trying to infiltrate and penetrate the palace's defenses,
Penetrate. you
or
say.
yeah, penetrate full pen.
No
Hmm.
loot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry to derail you. I didn't mean to
The pre-
mess up your vibe.
No, they just practice because they get bored. So they're like, all right, you try to kill the emperor. No, I'll try to kill the emperor.
I think they release like stuff down there too, right? Like sometimes they go after live.
Oh, like
game.
fucking monsters.
Yeah, like legit. I think, unless I'm misremembering, I think that's the case.
Oh my
I don't think
God.
it's just them versus each other. I think sometimes they release one of their
No,
prisoners
some-
from the dark cells down there, and then they,
What the fuck?
yeah, 'cause it's all sealed off, and they just go hunt them, like for sport,
Yo, release the Kraken, yo.
for practice.
Yes, they
For
sharp.
practice.
For practice, dude. You're hanging out at the Imperial Palace, being like a dweeb, you know, while the
Yeah.
galaxy is burning. We gotta do something.
You know what? You're right. What do the sisters do during this?
I think they were exiled in 40k. I think the Sisters of Silence are like coming together in current lore based off of those books I referred
They were
to.
just
Those Talon,
yeah, they were kind of like
Talon books.
disbanded, weren't they?
Yeah, so like there's I think part of like the new lore update with like Primaris and all that shit, Gilliman's return and everything, is the reformation of them on Luna. Yeah, on their moon base.
Moonbase 2.
Yeah. If I recall correctly, it's been a while since I listened to that book with Valerian, but I think that's in there.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
see.
did I read the first one. I just am horribly forgetful.
Oh, I fucking adore those books.
It's like my favorite books, and I still forget. Like, it could be the book I've listened to 100 times, and I still forget details and facts and stuff.
Except
I'm
for
not a
Harry
reliable
Potter, right?
source. I'm not a reliable source of information.
That's the ADHD.
And the concussions.
Yeah.
Little combo there.
Yeah, wombo combo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I was-
laborious details.
When I was growing up, concussions were not a thing.
Just a
No,
headache.
you just
just a
walked it.
headache.
You walked it off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You just sucked it up.
Yep. Amnesia, no big deal. He'll be fine.
I grew up in your same fucking time frame. I did the same shit.
I'm way older than you. You're just a little
Oh
little
my-
child.
There's a small baby. Baby boy with your baby legs. You remember playing ice hockey on lakes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did that during
Yeah.
COVID. I went out and played on the a pond.
Yeah.
Yeah. My parents' friends had a pond that they thing, and like none of the rinks were open, so I went out and played. Went for a old skate, ripped some biscuits around the old frozen pond nearby.
I haven't done that in ages.
It's a good time.
That used to be my favorite
yeah.
because we have one near here, like where I am, and it's like a pretty long stretch. Like people used to like, when like the ice is kind of melting and people drive their snowmobiles like on the water, like
Yeah.
just gun it. Like we used to have that a lot, but nobody really goes over there anymore during the winter. Like, just fucking
Oh, it's
isolated.
definitely not as common as it once was. You used to, like, when we were growing up, you'd see backyard rinks like every other
Yeah.
house. Now it's not nearly as common.
Even my old man, like we only like growing up we only had like a maybe like 800 square foot backyard, which is like nothing. He
Mhm.
still turned that into a fucking like little rink. Like
Yep.
you
Same.
just set up,
Yep.
yeah, you just put all the water out and like
Oh,
spread
yeah.
it out evenly.
Our first one, we didn't have like boards or anything, so it wasn't or in plastic or anything like that. So we just played on a big, like I don't know, like 20-degree grate or something. Like it was just slanted. It
Yeah,
just was what it was. That's the way the backyard was shaped, and that's what you got.
yeah, I used to love that.
Because a lot of backyards are landscaped and sloped away from the house, you know, for water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What's next? That's cleaned up. That's looking okay.
My pouches are coming along.
Ooh, those Cygor brown pouches, huh?
Yeah.
Bit of Cygor action.
No, paint checkers on them. Every single one.
No.
I think they were stripes, if I recall correctly.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I was painting checkers.
You were painting
Well,
checkers.
Now you gotta do it all over. again.
Army's brother is painting purple stripes on his orc pants.
Holy fuck.
Those beautiful, beautiful stripes, though.
Hmm.
The lad's got a steady hand.
His neck was so buggered after that weekend.
Was it?
Oh yeah, from like sitting there concentrating all hunched over. He was in rough shape.
Oh, poor guy. Did you guys stay up till the crack of fucking stupid like usual?
Yes.
Oh fuck.
It's called Living Life. Maybe you should try it sometime.
You fucking,
Mhm.
you're all a bunch of fucking degenerates. That's what you are.
Dude, it's one weekend. Come on. Come on.
Fuck's sake.
Wow. One
Yeah.
weekend, unless you're
Yeah.
Tavish over here. What kind of shape was that guy in on Sunday?
Holy
Oof.
fuck, what a gong
What
show.
what party did you go to Saturday night, bud? Oh my goodness. You
Something
look like
was
warm.
Pro-
You look
Probably
like warm-
Bundy's brother's birthday.
Oh,
you,
that's
look,
it.
you look like warmed up death. Just dead
What?
on the couch.
I
Yeah,
thought I
yeah.
had it together pretty well.
Oh please. Did you do
Oh,
any?
boy.
Did you paint anything on Sunday?
Yeah,
Did it-
quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
I wouldn't crack the beer just to make see the hurt in your eyes.
If I smelt it, I might have thrown up. But I didn't.
He who smelts it, delts it.
Listen to this old man logic. Maybe you are as old as me. Just gonna see if the dog wants back in. Cat, you're not allowed in here. Come on.
Dude, cats want to ruin your paintwork. Take it from me.
Well, cat's
Mine's-
the devil.
Mine stays upstairs. He can't come down here.
Well, it's pouring rain out here. Get inside. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it is too.
She's out there and it's pouring rain. Just looking. Rabbits aren't out there in the rain.
Yo, let me at him. I'm gonna show this fucking assholes who's boss.
Time for round 2.
I hear no bell.
All right. Now, should I go for the box art on Exodus here, or should I do my own thing?
I like the box art. However, you're utilizing it in your Watchpoint Omega.
No, I did it my regular Alpha Legion. I color shifted everybody, all the armor.
Oh, okay. Well then, I don't know. I'd do the box art.
Takes the thinking out of it, eh? I don't like that thinking stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hate it sometimes, having to think, but you know, it's a nice brain activity.
It's a blessing and a curse.
I do hit up Kiefer off most times for prior to starting, because he has this habit, right? So I paint this thing and I'm really proud of it,
Yeah.
and then I'll show him, and all I want is a thumbs up, good job, bud. And he's like, oh, those that's the color you chose. And then I gotta go back and
Listen, you're making me sound
Gotta-
so much worse
I
than
got-
it actually is.
I gotta
okay?
go back and change it after the fact. He's like, "Oh, silver. I would have gone copper." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Oh,
Everyone's
wow.
gonna laugh at me.
I frame it very politely, very nicely. I couch it all in a lot of ifs and if you think and what do you think about this. Everything's positioned so you can receive it as best as possible, okay?
Yeah,
And all
yeah,
I'm saying,
right.
all I tell you is, were you going for this, right? Because that's how it reads.
Were you going
And then-
for this?
Was that
dog
was that
shit
really
look?
what
Like,
you were going to
for this-
do?
Did you really mean to make it look that
Don't
bad?
get- you know what they call you? A spin artist. That's what they call you.
Yo, hear me out. Hear me out.
DJ?
Repaint your entire army. Just do it different.
Listen, he got me to do that multiple times. He wasn't just happy that it was painted. Like, don't fall for that trap.
Listen.
I fall
Is
for
it
every
better?
time.
That's the question.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Don't
You
dodge.
got me.
Is it better?
You got
Yeah,
me.
it's fucking better.
There it is.
There we go. The truth comes out. I mean, I will say that I like this yellow scheme more than the blue for me, old Wotan. So
Yeah, and I didn't
uh,
force that upon you. You decided to paint
no,
that
I told
yourself.
you. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. You're not a bad guy.
Yeah, come on. It happens one time, and then everyone says you do it to everybody. Jeez.
Well, I probably went through 3 or 4 iterations of my Alpha Legion color scheme before I found this color shift paint that I love. But
I feel you were on
Yeah,
that journey yourself.
oh yeah, it just took a nudge. I at the time I was like, well, they're Alpha Legion, they're different squads. They don't all look the same. But
Mhm.
it's
That's
much
true.
nicer to have a cohesive looking army on
Yeah.
the board.
And I'll
Even if
I'll confirm that. Like I'll come clean here and say, yeah, I did say that your army would look better if it was all uniformed. Obviously,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I like that in certain aspects. There are some armies that look better not uniform.
Oh, with my Black Legion, I purposely don't use all the same golds and this and that because I want them to look a little ragtag. Now, when you put them on the board, they're all black and gold.
Yeah.
But like on closer inspection, there are different golds here and there. There's different blacks here and there, and super okay with that. But they're still cohesive. The Alpha Legion, my old Alpha Legion, was not cohesive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. There's certainly exceptions,
Yeah, like the obvious ones are like things like demons.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with like the territory of the faction.
Yeah. Spec
Eldar,
Warriors, yeah.
Eldar, and another one, yeah. And I, like I'm doing for like Votan, one unit has 4 different color schemes within the one unit to denote unique options in the unit.
Mm-hmm.
I personally like that. Like I like the idea of like, the sergeant has. I've seen it in Tau. I got the idea from like Tau. Like when like the Chasseur has like either like a different helmet or like the Chasseur crisis suit in the unit. The leader of the suit unit has like way different armor than the rest. Like he's got like an elevated status, kind of like Halo elites.
Mm-hmm.
I just like shit like that.
No, I'm a big fan.
wanted to-
I'm a big fan of denoting for options and special war gear. Makes it easier for people to play against too, which is a cool plus.
Yep.
Maybe someone doesn't know Marines well and they're really confused, and you're like, oh, see that guy with the red helmet? That guy right there? He
Yeah,
leads the squad.
stupid.
Well, you could. Yeah, you could say that. But you get my point.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Why is that guy got a red helmet? It's fucking dumb.
Signifier. Oh, it's not dumb. It's cool as fuck.
It's cool as fuck.
Sergeant, bro.
It's the sergeant.
He leads the squad.
Is the red one always the sergeant, or are
For
there other colors?
for Codex, like Astartes and like Ultramarines purposes, it's red because it's like a Calth thing. I think it's a lore from like Calth, and then I think they were fighting either Alpha Legion or traitors that were like impersonating them. It just sounds like Alpha Legion, so we'll call it that. And I think they
Alpha
were
Legion aren't traitors.
well,
You're a
they
traitor.
were impersonating Ultramarines in battle, and they didn't know like who was who kind of thing. So then they
Oh
I
yeah,
think
they
there's a
they tried
story
to
about that.
assassinate Gillim in that
Dude,
one.
that
That was in the.
sick. That was a sick chapter. That was in Unremembered Empire, I think,
Yeah,
I think
some-
or is it the one
It,
before
um,
that? Is it Calth?
No fear.
No
right?
fear. It might be. Oh yeah, it might be no fear. It's one of those two. Fucking awesome chapter. Jeez, what a twist. It's so good.
What, Alpha Legion didn't know how to paint their fucking helmets?
No,
Oh, okay.
well, like they could have, but I think in the middle of the battle they were just like, we need a quick way to designate which squads are the true ones, right? Because they just copied our-
Fucking
Yeah.
smash a civilian and use their blood to paint your fucking helmet.
I didn't read the book. I don't know how they did it, but I believe that is the lore. I think it's a Thiel. That guy Thiel.
Yeah.
That guy. I think it was a product of his story.
Yeah. I think it was originally they had to wear red helmets when they were being punished.
Ooh, Punished.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a mark for censure.
Oh,
because he's a
yeah.
bad boy. You always want the bad boys to be the heroes, you know?
Of course.
Sure do.
Of course.
It's like story writing 101.
That's why Army is everyone's favorite bad guy.
Mhm.
the hero you need.
It's true.
Not the one we deserve, though.
No, you don't deserve me.
I wonder if Bundy is gonna like rethink his list, or is he just gonna come back with the same kind of?
I was talking to him about it, and he's like, "It's basically Siegler's list." I'm like, "Oh, well, then it's a good list. You just need practice."
Yeah, you just suck.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta go. Like, be hard done and like done by 7:30. I got a call." He's like, "Oh, he's not coming over." I'm like, "No, that's the hobby chat we're streaming." He's like, "Oh, can I join?" I'm like, "No, I don't think so."
Oh, so mean.
It's so
Oh, I was like,
No.
"You had the opportunity to join." He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor guy. I feel bad. You know what? I would have given him the same treatment just because of the. Well, I extended the offer to everybody, right? Just to give him a little bit of a runaround, but now I feel bad.
Nah.
I just went stomped on the jugular. No.
You had your chance. You gave him that speech, huh?
So when are we? Is it a couple more weeks in the stores already?
Hopefully. So right now there's 2 full sets that I took in and
Mhm.
3 mats that they own, and they're like, we could play in the main floor and the basement.
Yep.
The upstairs, I talked to Jeremy on Sunday. I went in and saw him, dropped off the other set of terrain, and all the drywall has been stripped, and they've cleaned it back down to brick, and they're just going to leave that aesthetic. They might coat it with something. They're redoing the floor, and they're waiting on the landlord to get the electrical done.
Okay.
So he's like, I hope next week, but it might be like 2 weeks. But he's like, I just want it like done, you know?
It's a decent timeline.
Yeah, so that'll be good. That'll be good. And then like with that, when they have that amount of space, it'll be much easier for him to host drop-in. Like, because right now when the Magic crew rolls in, there isn't enough space for drop-in Warhammer.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
God
they
damn,
should
it's
move.
expensive together.
They should immediately pick
Yeah.
up their things and move. Am I crazy?
Magic is the money
Oh, I
maker
know.
at the moment.
I kid.
Once
I wouldn't want him that. I was just joking around.
Oh no, I know you were. But like once things get rolling, like at the previous store, Warhammer was their bigger moneymaker because they had, pushed away the Magic crowd. But
Yep.
that probably, in a general like frontline gaming store sense, Magic keeps the lights on.
Well, it's just so small and easy to play, right? Just get so many more
Yeah, and
people
it's-
playing.
Decent markup, and et cetera, et cetera.
There's an established community thing with that Friday night Magic, right?
Oh, they've got Friday Night Magic. They've got like Monday Night Commander. They've got like it's just all Magic all the time.
That's yep. That's
Cool.
the popular thing.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
I actually bought all the Warhammer Magic decks.
What did you?
Yeah. I play with a couple of buddies every now and then. So
Is
I
it
saw
Commander?
It is Commander, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So,
I have a very loose grasp on Magic.
I just bought them because it's Warhammer memorabilia. So
Yeah.
Love
That
the
makes-
artwork on those cards, man. They're awesome.
yeah, at first I was just gonna buy the Tyranid one, but like I liked all the other ones too. Like Space Marine one, the Chaos one is flawless. Like every Chaos card in there is so fucking good. Abaddon looks really good.
Oh, that's
Bella-
the best artwork he's ever had.
Yeah, Bellicor is in there too. He's got amazing artwork.
I'll have to look at the picture of Abaddon.
Sorry, I don't like.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
It's so good.
Yeah, Abaddon looks wicked. I am a connoisseur of the finest things.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, Vladdy just hit a double. Blue Jays up.
Blue Jays.
Same word.
I got my sports on in the background here.
Nice. Any touchdowns yet?
No, they're still going for 3-pointers.
Gotcha.
How many birdies?
All the birdies. They're out here tweeting away.
Excellent.
I always wonder if Kiefer is like that sports dumb or he just plays it up.
I enjoy
really-
it. I enjoy being like portraying myself as sports illiterate. I know enough that it's like I know touchdowns from football. Come on. Come on.
I know touchdowns are from lacrosse.
Hey,
Shut
hey.
up.
I do know consults notes. Touchdowns are from football.
Yeah. Football. Cross reference makes sense. It is a fun character quirk, that's all. I find it very amusing.
Yeah.
Especially when you're around people who are really into sports. It's like a nice way
Yeah.
to say, like, I don't care without saying I don't care.
I'll just say I don't care.
Yeah. Yep, whatever works.
You're rude.
No.
Listen, I am just a
That is-
hockey guy,
That is a false statement.
How
and you
dare
and
you
I,
not share all the same interests as me.
you
I'm
and I
offended.
both know that fucking team is dog water, and they will never fucking win, ever.
Well, it's
You gotta believe, right?
I'm done believing. I'm done.
I'm still a fan. I'm just a bitter fan.
I'm bitter too. I'm fucking.
I'm
I'm hateful, resentful.
I am a bitter fan at this point. It's gonna
You
be a
gr-
minute.
Yeah, it's
It's also getting harder and harder because they keep adding more teams and spreading out the talent pool, and
yeah.
I feel like we've kind of squandered.
Wait, isn't that big
Squandered.
news? They make new teams? That's crazy.
Oh, they've
do.
added.
Do they make new
They're
cities
adding-
also for these new teams? How does that work?
Yeah. Yes.
the
that's-
states
that's
get enough money.
exactly it.
Okay.
The teams are going for billions of dollars now. It's insane.
So Vegas Knights, their first ever like
outing, their first ever like Stanley Cup like push. Did they win it or did they almost win it in their first ever?
Went to the finals.
They went to the
Last.
finals, and then what was
They
it?
won last
They
year.
won the They won eventually. Like that's fucking nuts. Like that's a team that just popped out of fucking nowhere from Las Vegas and is just fucking fire. Like right out the gate.
Okay.
Well, they changed the rules, right? So it used
Oh.
to be when a new team came into the league, it was like I don't even know how they got players. Like you kind of got scraps, leftovers. So in an effort to sell these new teams for, I think Vegas was sold for 500 million at the time, and then the next expansion was to Seattle, I think for 650, and now
Yeah.
they're selling a team for $1 billion or more.
Yeah.
What they do is every team in the league gets to protect X amount of players, and then you draft. You're allowed to steal one player from every single team.
That seems like a piss off. Wouldn't it be?
Oh,
It
it's a
is.
huge piss off. So what some teams were doing was like giving them draft picks and stuff to try to to not take certain players or to take certain players that they wanted gone. And
Yeah. Yeah, there's some problematic players that are like dead weight but have like high contracts.
yeah, they were all gingers.
Hey, fuck you.
Jesus.
But probably you're right. Yeah, so what was it, two teams or three teams that have
In the most recent expansion, they had Vegas, which put
Yeah.
them to 29, and then Seattle has put them to 31, and
Yeah.
now the Phoenix Coyotes have moved to Utah, and then it's really weird. It's like Phoenix is still staying. I don't know. It's confusing. But yeah. So right now they're at 31, but they want to go up to 34 is what I've read.
Oh, I see.
What is Seattle's? Krakens?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sick team.
Yeah, they released them.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool name.
Is that their slogan?
I
I
actually
don't know.
don't know.
It should be.
Like, I don't know why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
I feel like Kraken's an offensive team name. It's too Nordic, right? It's too like
As offensive as Chicago Blackhawks?
yes. Equal if not more, I would say.
I think less. You just have a Native American guy's head for your fucking
Your team's logo. It's just
Yeah, it just
not
doesn't.
good.
Oh, we
Not,
wanted representation though.
yeah.
not the best optics. I'll agree. Jeez.
Fuck.
I love that team back in the day though. They're really good.
I
Alright,
bought,
this guy's coming together.
keeping on the sports motif,
Mhm.
Melon, I was perusing the old auction, and there was a set of 45 Felix Potvin hockey cards.
Yeah.
Fe-
What were they-
Felix Potvin was the Toronto Maple Leafs goalie in the 90s, and he was like my favorite player. And I have a whole bunch of his cards, but they're not worth anything because he was just an average goalie. But he was like my guy back then. So I bought them, and it turned out to be all. I think it's all of his hockey cards.
Oh, that's pretty nice. You put those up in like a frame or something, just stick it on the wall. That'd be nice.
Yeah, it only
can
cost me
appreciate
$10.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a nice little win
Um,
for you. That's cool. Good fun.
Yeah. It's actually I've just got them like they're in the binder sleeves, and I've just got them pinned to my hobby board right now. But
Oh, cool. Yeah, I mean, like old school like hockey players. Like I like Bobby Orr and
Like Wayne Gretzky, you know, I like that guy. I like Wayne Gretzky. He's pretty
I
cool.
wasn't too much of a
good
Gretzky.
name, good
Yeah.
name
Yeah.
drop, buddy.
Also right.
Yeah,
That's the
right?
right sport.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I got one.
You're gonna say,
I'm
like,
part of the group. Look at me. I'm fitting in.
I like Emilio Estevez. He's from Mighty Ducks, right?
Yes, I know that reference.
I'm sure all the What the 40K listeners are just loving this Canadian hockey talk.
Uh,
Hey, you know what? Can't always talk about 40K and female custodians, okay?
That outer circle guy that you put me onto.
wait, did I? Oh,
Yeah,
oh, because of 3D printing.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah, because he was doing a lot of 3D
Yeah.
printing stuff. And yeah, okay.
yeah. So he just goes ape shit over this kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did he have coverage on this that controversy?
Oh my
I didn't check.
God, yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
check.
and
I'll
it
have
was
to
in
watch
like in Australian bluntness. Like,
I'll check it out.
it was
That's
all
funny.
yeah, it was all over Instagram and did this thing and like just he did Misters of Battle posts.
Oh, he's not wrong.
That's good.
Yeah.
He
It was like
is
he
not
like
wrong.
it was like this Battle Sisters traditional armor with like this guy with like a huge handlebar mustache. And it was like Misters of Battle. They were here all along.
That's so funny. I always chirp Kuiper here for that because that guy he is like the stan for like historics. Like if something is off just a fucking little bit, it's
Oh.
fucking a trigger. Like the fucking switch flips over and he just goes off on that shit.
But dude, he's a 30K player. Like
I know that's
that's-
what I'm saying.
that's the way they are. Like
Yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
that's
They're
the-
No exception.
savages. They're savages. I watched that video where this is going back a while when I was like just perusing like 40K stuff and 30K was starting to get popular, and this is going back a little while. He had like a video where he lost his shit on I guess on one of the White Dwarfs. There was a 30K Sons of Horus army, but one of the units was Primaris Marines, so they're bigger, right? Like they're way fucking bigger.
Yeah.
And he just went right fucking off the deep end on that. And I'm like, well, they look kind of cool. Jesus Christ.
It doesn't matter, I guess, right? That's the argument.
No,
It's not the, yeah, once you're in a playscape of like where your lens is looking at the armor marks to making sure it's correct for the Legion in that particular battle, right? If that's kind of how you're analyzing the game, you're like, what the hell is this armor mark doing here from a different time? And then it's already
Yeah.
like Primaris already wasn't well received anyways as an insert, so
Yeah, for sure.
from those guys anyways.
It's pretty wild to me. Like he's got beautiful armies. Like I've seen his like
Oh yeah, his
Thousand
hobby game's
Sun.
strong. It's good.
yeah, like his Thousand Suns are really nice. I've seen his White Scars; they're really nice. So like he backs up his hobby stuff. It's just funny because like it's like fucking just right off the deep end.
Speaking of White Dwarf, I
Secure yours.
I asked him to keep one aside, and I secured that Grumrindle limited edition dwarf guy.
Yep.
So I was telling Melonhead here. I don't know. I think you guys had left. So back when I was like in I want to say 1996, they released the first pewter white dwarf. Like you could actually get the white dwarf model. And as a kid, I was like, oh my god! Like I love dwarfs, and this cool guy with a big axe came out. So I have him. And then they've done some special editions of him over the years, which I was too in and out of the hobby to have. But I did purchase this guy, and I'll paint him up to look cool. He might be a desk thing or maybe a more time thing,
Oh, I'm into it.
but yeah, he's a very nice looking model, you know, on an elaborate base and whatever else. But
Speaks to your childhood
I don't-
fondness, right? I'd imagine.
yeah, I don't usually go, honestly, like, you know, like back in the day, I used to fall for the collector's tin traps and that kind of stuff, and now I don't. I couldn't
Mhm.
care less. But this is one of the few things that kind of enticed me, and I did ask him to save me White Dwarf 500.
Oh, okay. That's
I haven't
supposed to
bought
be the last one, isn't it?
Is it their
Rumor
last
is
one?
it could be the last one, and then they go all digital after it.
Oh, I see.
That
Kinda
was
neat
part
if
of that
it
four.
is.
It's part of that 4 channel.
Oh, the thing I
Oh,
posted?
right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So could be. It's an extra. It's like 200 pages. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna buy one, I'll buy the 200-page one.
For sure. I have a bunch of those White Dwarf Legends books. They were like little tiny books, but like it was just hobby stuff. Like it was just like tons and
Oh, those
tons
were
and
those were
tons.
really cool.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of those. I kept those.
A lot of
kicking
community
around.
painted stuff, or
Yep.
not
yep,
staff
totally.
painted. I'm into that.
Not
I
staff.
wish
Back-
there was more of that in Warhammer Community, to be honest. Like,
Because that, like, back in the day, like, they used to show conversions and like green stuff and stuff in White
yeah.
Dwarfs.
For sure. It used to be not where you would find like broken rules or fucking horse shit. Like
Well, that's how they were trying to maintain its relevance, right?
yeah, well magazines are so dated now, right?
Mhm.
Like
Yeah. Seriously.
who the fuck is buying
still,
a
like,
magazine?
I moved recently, as you guys know, and part of the things is like I have a fairly large box full of White Dwarfs. I'm like, what the fuck do I do with these? You know, like.
Can't
Just
burn them,
contemplate-
you'll fucking blot out the sun.
I was contemplating like keeping the oldest one maybe, or like pulling the covers off and you know, getting them all like laminated into a poster kind of thing, or I'm like, what do I do with these?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a terrible idea. It's cool if you're a fan of White Dwarf. Make a cool wall art for yourself. That's kind of neat.
Well, I've got my nerd room, right, and I've got only like GW art up, like knights and battles and the nice artwork that I would never be allowed to put up anywhere else in our home.
Yeah.
I put up just in the basement bathroom here, and I'm predominantly the one who used the basement. I put up a band art a picture I had. Came home, don't know where it is. It was taken down, and there's like a boat there now, or some like nice piece of art.
About.
I'm like, where did my poster go? She's like, oh, the one with the naked woman on it? No. Okay.
Why
All
not?
right, fine. It was my brother used to work for various different record labels. So I have signed posters that I got like lacquered and turned into art from
Yep.
these like Airborne and Nightwish and other bands that were on the label. But I guess that doesn't pass the
The vibe check.
yep, was told no.
Hmm.
Got outvoted.
Choose your battles. You know, gotta be.
Well, I put up a I guess picture frame fairly big of Middle Earth, and that was approved. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
So like,
See, so you
I'm
gotta
gonna flex
normalize
on you
it.
guys a little bit. Gotta flex on you guys a little bit.
Okay.
I went to Hobbiton. Okay, I've been to
Yeah,
Hobbiton.
that's true.
No big deal. But when I went there, I was like, so also I have to fly back from New Zealand. But when I went to the gift shop, it was like I wanted to buy every single thing.
Oh, I can imagine.
They had like you talking about that Middle Earth thing sparked it, because they had like these really nice rollout Middle Earth maps and artwork
Yeah.
and stuff, and it's like, oh
Love that
man, yeah.
Oh, dude.
I got
speaking-
the-
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say the only thing I did get the no admittance except on party business sign from Bilbo's door.
It's a
Awesome.
good
That's
pick.
great.
No, I was just gonna say, you guys pumped? I hear that Lord of the Rings Extended will be in theaters in the summer.
What?
I don't know if I could sit there for that long.
Dude.
I think I'm too
But
old
I-
for sitting there.
Fair
too.
enough. Fair enough. You guys, it's fine. I'll find,
If
I'll
you're
find someone
interested-
else. I'll find
You
someone
guys-
else.
No, I was just gonna say, if you're interested in going, no, I would.
Dude.
It's not the end of the world if you get up and go to the washroom either, because you've
Yeah.
seen them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I have seen it a billion times.
It's just, I don't know. I have never seen those movies in extended in theaters. That sounds awesome.
I've never
If-
seen the extended in theaters. That's
If
true.
the opportunity presents itself, all I'm saying is
Then-
it could be cool.
Hobby
Yeah.
Club, going to see Lord of the Rings extended in theater. Yeah, why not?
The Lord of the Rings.
The extended
I'm
are-
gonna hype it up as we go. That's all you're gonna hear from me.
Are we dressing up or
No,
you know?
Oh shit!
What?
I don't have such capacity.
Oh my god.
I don't own any costumes, but I just
Yeah.
I wanted to see if I was expecting Tavish to like definitely show up as the Hobbit, like, for sure.
Like, do they have any in my skin color?
Listen,
Oh yeah, totally. There's
you ever seen Big Bang? Come on,
yeah.
Or... Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory.
For the cool
Oh,
kids
why is there?
Oh, I mean, Rajesh, you know, he pulls out all. He's usually Aquaman, but you know, like he pulls it off.
What?
You can cosplay or whatever. It doesn't matter in your race. It's okay.
Yeah, you're accepting.
I like to do
cosplay
faithful.
accepts all.
It's an expression of your passion.
Faithful.
Well, if you want to be faithful,
so-
you could just whiteface it. That's not offensive.
You could be, you could be an orc.
I can do
Jeez.
that. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh,
You
be
like orcs? You're painting them right now.
exactly.
You couldn't be an Urka. You strike me as more of a whiny goblin type.
Damn.
Eat smack back on the menu, boys. Or...
You ever seen that scene but where they don't have like the nasty monster voice, they just sound like
yeah, yeah, they have like
It's
regular
so funny.
voices.
Eat back on the menu, boys. It's so good. Yeah, no, I'd be down. If the gang is going, I'd be down.
Oh, I know the old boys probably would be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they'll,
for sure.
they'll go and fall asleep when they go and see every other movie.
So I
I
couldn't
went-
believe
I
fucking
went and
hearing
saw,
Jesus.
Dune 2 with the old Docky Doc, and he didn't fall asleep.
No, it's,
Wow.
it's Bingleton. He falls asleep all the time.
Oh yeah,
Allegedly.
Of course
I
he
have
does.
not seen it. I have only heard. He goes to movies and falls asleep.
I believe it.
And then he says it's a good movie afterwards. I cannot comprehend.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, pretty much exactly that.
What time are we at here? 9:36.
Oh, what do you
When are we
want?
shutting?
That's what I was going to ask you. What time are you guys feeling? We are 2 hours in. What's the YouTube saying?
I mean, I could shut her down anytime here. I'll take some work in progress pics.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Send
share
you-
anything if you guys sent it. Sorry. Oopsie daisy. That's what we.
I'm gonna
is.
post.
What?
I'll post the gladiator on the old Instagram, and
Yeah,
I'll tag
do
you
it.
to make myself more popular.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Oh, I get it.
Just you gotta ride on your famous friends' coattails. You know.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I'll shout you out. It's all good. Your link to Sean's Instagram's in the description. He has so few followers, guys. So everyone counts.
My friends, my friends call me Al.
I say this. It's not like I have a ton of followers either. But yeah, you post your whips. It's cool. Cool to see the army projects come together, which is what these calls are all about.
I have one semi-famous follower.
Oh, nice.
I saw.
Sorry.
No, I don't actually know if he follows me, but he might. Goat Boy from.
Oh, I haven't heard
Yeah.
his name in a long time.
Yeah, he follows me. I was pretty pumped about that. I was like,
Oh,
that's kind of cool.
that is cool. There's my stuff. Just some touch-ups, and
Cool.
yeah, just gonna be working on detail stuff for this unit.
I will. Can I save
Once
image?
I'm done this unit, though, I'm going to something else. I want to paint like a tank or something.
I'm gonna take nice pictures on the table of the gladiator, though. I'll send.
As you should. It's a nice looking gladiator.
Little Alfarius and subsection here, though.
All right, let's see what we
That
can do.
and
I
Plexus all
have
done.
this one. This is the picture that Melon has sent. Oh, it's huge.
All right.
It's the biggest. I have to look at your stuff again. Dude, how many megapixels you got?
A lot.
Too many. You gotta turn down those megapixels. This is crazy.
I can't help it.
There's probably a shortcut for this, and I'm just boomering it right now. Okay, here we go. Now you can see those cool dwarves.
It's not working.
Looking at my bees fucking brush cleaner right now.
Don't worry, give it a minute. We get in full
He's just
frame.
like-
Yeah, they look good, man. They look good.
Thanks.
It's a treat
Yeah,
to
I
see that
sent
yellow.
you a little
Mhm.
Alfarius and the Colexis. I'll post pictures of the gladiator, though. It deserves it.
Okay. Save this one and save the other one. I wonder if there's a better way to do this.
Oh, I was just looking at chat here. It says the outer circle's on vacation. His buddy is currently taking care of his channel. Oh yeah, it's the cat guy. His name's Cat or
Cat?
something.
Yeah, I think his name's Cat.
Yeah.
Cat
Yeah.
Williams?
that guy-
No, not quite. It's very different.
Listen here, Joe Rogan.
Oh.
I read fucking 15 books a day.
That's so many books.
Yeah.
Are they 14 pages each?
Yeah, he said something like that. That was crazy. This guy reads like
Oh,
a
I didn't.
champion.
Darwinning 123 says Alfarius lore is really dumb. You're really dumb, Darwinning.
Sensitive.
I like that guy. He's right.
Alright, here's your gladiator. Oh no, not your gladiator. Your, what is this? Your Eversword. No. What's his name? Exodus.
Colexis.
Oh, Colexis.
Man, you'll get it right
Oh.
one day.
Yeah, one of these days.
There he is. Looking pretty cool, that color shift, eh? Look how shiny it is. See?
Yeah, it does look good. I can do a little, like a very light dry brush over the scales too to give them some definition, but yeah. Look at that. Yeah, it looks good. Cool. Watching too much Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Cuckoo.
Oh, and some red orcs. I see them come together. Very cool. Alright, we'll probably wrap it up here then, because it is pretty late. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Hail to the chat, and I hope everyone's getting their hobby projects done and enjoying these little hobby jams.
Hell yeah.
And with that, we'll wrap up and probably be back same time, same place.